Hello, everyone. Today we have a Nurgle versus Slaanesh game on Arnheim for Total War Warhammer 3 Domination Mode. And I'm going to be coming in with some triple chosen, Kugath, and two cultists of Nurgle. Saw Turin playing this build, and I thought it was pretty cool. I've always liked Kugath. He's a big, monstrosity. Scientist guy, very cool. And I am also a big fan of elite infantry, and I've never really gotten mass elite infantry builds to work very well in the past. But the idea with this one is that you'll get a bunch of healing on all of the chosen because of Kugath, with both the passive for Children of Nurgle, and he has Rancid Visitation and can't remember what the other one is called. That is a anti-character spell. And then the Cultists of Nurgle also have Armor Sundering, so these guys end up doing a bunch of damage as if they were great weapons, but they still have a shield, which is going to be good because our opponent has come in with 4 Marauders of Slaanesh. We have Sigvald and some Devoted, and some more Cav waiting in the Hooked Forest. And we're just gonna waddle up the middle. Kugath throwing some of his concoctions at the enemy, doing pretty respectable damage to these Devoted Marauders of Slaanesh. Threw a couple at some horsemen, got a little bit done. And we get both of our cultists in here to attack this Chaos, or this is a Cultist of Slaanesh, and hit her with Kugath. But with that horse, she's so fast. I do wish that I could afford to get a horse for my guys in this build, but they're just supposed to stay with the Chosen. Sigvald's gonna come in and did he slice down a Chosen? No, he didn't. Oh yeah, he already has killed couple of Chosen right off the rip. The cultists in with their greatest brothers to fight Sigvald. Sigvald's pretty cool in the lore. A debauch of the highest order, as one must be in order to be the chaos, person for Slaanesh. That was the spell that Kugath has for anti-single Rancid Visitations, anti-large spell, or anti-single entity spell. Kugath's just going to keep throwing some stuff at all of the Marauders as they come back, and we'll get him on the main point. Just keep clicking the cultists into Sigvald and try and get Kugath in there as well. Meanwhile, we have some Chaos Warriors with great weapons, and the ROR Nurglings, all trying to make it to the first point. Have my Marauder Horseman chasing his. And we're not really going to go for the third point yet. Don't want to go too wide with our Nurgle boys here. Get these guys a little spread out again. They had clumped up quite a bit. Meet up on the battle lines in a much longer formation. Very good. And get Kugath and both of the cultists to be fighting Sigvald. Now, this is really a silly fight. I mean, the size deficit is just a bit ridiculous here. And so, very reasonably, Sigvald's going to run away after getting only partially run over by the chair. Cultists still chasing after him, but yeah, these Chosen are still at basically full health. We've dropped a couple of Rancid Visitations on Sigvald, and every time we cast a spell, we heal them. We also have Fleshy Abundance that we've popped on them a couple of times. I think I've healed Kugath with it once. And, these guys got taken down, but it took everything he's got, basically, to do it. And so we're just still holding the middle pretty well here. Getting a couple of more gas grenades in wherever we can. And he's starting to pull ahead on value a little bit, but once we can finally get all of these guys off of this Cultus of Slaanesh, which has been blocking them from moving for so long, the Nurglings are going to distract the Hellstriders. Excellent use of them. And finally, we're going to be taking this second point. We're going to drop another Rancid Visitation on Sigvald and click all of our Cultists and Kugath right on him. The Nurglings and the Chosen are going to be just fine against all of this. More Chosen coming over here to help fight Sigvald. And the Marauders are still just harrying me from all sides, but everywhere there's a real fight, we seem to be doing pretty well. The Great Weapon Chaos Warriors doing fine over here. And now that there's nothing up here, we're going to call in some Marauders with Great Weapons to try and take the top. We have some more Chaos Warriors with Great Weapons coming towards the middle to back up the Chosen. And calling in our own Furies to finally put a little bit of an end to this Marauder Horseman harass. And Kugath's just an animal. He's been taking up so much real estate, and he's just got so much health that they can spend a lot of effort in trying to kill them, and a 1 health Kugath still does the same amount of damage. So, and he's healing all the time. It's like unreasonable to kill him if you don't have guns, or cannons, basically. Sigvald coming back in, and Kugath's just gonna kick him like a infant, just flailing around. Really interesting animations they gave the Great Unclean Ones. Kugath clearly inherited these just magnificent little attacks. Oh, what are we gonna get? Ooh. Oh, it's not concoctions. They're just explosive Nurglings that he throws. Man, he really just flails like a child. I suppose, you know, he's used to the Palanquin taking him where he wants. There are Nurglings down here, right? Oh, yeah. He rides on his Nurgling Palanquin. Either way, the Chosen are still just grinding everything out, just being the best overall infantry in the game, as they do. Some Chaos Warriors with Great Weapons, losing the point over here because they're not standing on it. And we've got some more Marauders to finally do some ranged firepower. We just lost our last ones immediately, but the front is still being held excellently by the initial army, and all of our reinforcements are finally getting up here and really starting to establish themselves. We push away the Marauders up here, catching some more of these Marauder Horsemen with our Furies. And Kugath really just still doing the most here. We have Forsaken and Sigvald doing all they can, but what is a man to do against such peak performance? Truly, there is nothing greater. And so finally, some of our Marauder Horsemen are going to come and put a little bit of weight, a little bit of capture weight on that point. Looks like just about everything in the back line is dead. And with another Rancid Visitation, it looks like Sigvald the Magnificent himself is going to lie in a pile of goop, get wrecked. And the Chosen, this is why they were chosen, apparently, because they are just still slaughtering everything in front of them. Chaos Cultists still sundering armor. And Kugath, the Hellstriders break immediately. Back here, we're pulling the our Marauder Horsemen back behind some Nurglings and some Chaos Warriors. Get the enemy Chaos Knights to charge all of that chaff so that we can just throw axes at them. Up here, no shot they're going to be able to cap this, so not worried about that. Just finally dogpile this last unit, basically, and then we're just gonna go ahead and hold, because we've got way too many, and he quits pretty early. But even with him leaving at only like 800 points for me, Kugath got a whole over 5,000 value, which I've never seen. That is unbelievable. The Chosen actually not getting that much value for the cost. I guess they like broke about even. They got a lot of kills, but it didn't really matter. But everyone's still just basically nothing under 60% health. This Chaos Cultist is the lowest, and they were in that fight the whole time. That was insane.